Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from sunny Germany. Hello. Happy Easter. Well, past. It's Tuesday, the first working day after the Easter weekend for everyone else here, except for me, because I have a whole week of leave, which I took before I knew that Easter was cancelled. Why it was cancelled? Yes, first my brother-in-law got the COVID, then my sister caught it from him, and my father at the same time, and now my mother is sick. So out of the 5 people in my inner circle, I'm the only one still standing. And no worries there. They are all fine, except they are suffering with a bit of a headache and some sniffles. Well, a cold. They have cold symptoms. But I'm glad that it's not too bad. They stick at home and I am isolated all over the Easter weekend and I am bored to death. Sorry, yeah. I was debating myself if I should tape this today and upload it to YouTube as a premiere. I think that's then a chance to chat with you live. I might do that. Maybe. Today I have for you 4 works in progress and lots of incoming. And there's more on the way. I originally thought I would wait until it all arrives, but it hasn't yet, so I might either pop it in, like edit in later, or it's just part of a next podcast episode. So shall we dive right in, and I will talk about all the other chatty things later. My first work in progress is my corner to corner crochet wrap, stole, shawl. I'm using these 2 yarns, which I'm holding together with the 6mm hook, and I found out recently that this is actually my favorite kind of hook, the ergonomic ones, and it says Fusion, and this is, as I said, a 6mm, but I was working so much with the 4mm and the 3.5 that those 2 need replacement, so I ordered some new hooks. I couldn't find the brand Fusion, so if you came across or you know where to get those, please let me know, because these are definitely my favorite hooks, but I can't find them anywhere. It's Fusion and then a little TM on the top right. I guess that's a trademark or something. I looked online and the Clover Amour look very similar, so I ordered a 4mm and a 3.5mm Clover Amour hook, but I'm afraid it's not going to be the same unless they took over this brand, and then it is the same. So, but if you know, please let me know as well. And this is my progress on the corner to corner shawl. I think I've added about 3 rows since I last showed it to you. So this is just something like a palette cleanser in between. It's easy, and I'm working on this whenever there's a Zoom meeting, because it's a no-brainer by now. Corner to corner crochet is just a lovely stash buster project. So that's the one. Then last time I had finished my mussel burrow head in orange, and I'm still working on the pink one. Let me show it to you. I've finished the first color, and now I've just started with the next color, which is a little bit more violet or lilac. So yes, little bit of progress here. I'm using my circular needles, which are Chaogu needles. I love working with these because the tips are very pointy, not so blunt, and I can easily slip them into the stitches. And what I love best about it is that the cable doesn't have a kind of memory. So yeah, so that's the one mussel burrow head in progress. And yes, there's more. I'm holding 2 yarns together for this one, and I've shown the yarn to you. In fact, we chose the yarn while I was showing you my local yarn shop, which is the previous video which I uploaded, I believe. So I'm holding a double with mohair. No, it's not mohair. This is alpaca silk fluff. Holding it together with this one here. Those 2 lovelies are being turned into a fluffy light blue mussel burrow, and I intend to give this to my mother on Mother's Day, which in Germany is on the 8th of May. Probably already too hot to wear it then, but I think it's exactly her color. She loves this kind of blue, and it looks paler on camera than it is really in real life. Probably because my wall behind me is also in blue, but it's a very rich light blue color, like a dark aquamarine color, and it's so soft and fluffy. Yes, and for those, because I'm holding 2 yarns together, I am using my 5.5 millimeter cubic needles, and that's a fun project. In fact, I've started yet another mussel burrow head in, I don't have a yarn here anymore. That was for my mother because she saw it and she wanted to make herself a head. She doesn't know that I'm working on this one here, but she has problems using with a magic loop technique. She only knows how to make rows back and forth with unconnected needles. So yes, she's the better seamstress. She loves sewing, and I love the yarny bits. So yeah, I hope I will be able to finish this in time for Mother's Day. This is the one yarn. It's Lana Grossa Allora. And the other one, I've bought too much. The yarn is living here in my new bag. This is a bag which I bought this way around. That's an Etsy shop before all the Etsy boycott, don't buy at Etsy came up. So the yarn is living in here, except this one here because it didn't fit anymore. The fluffy bit here is 69% alpaca suri and 31% silk, and it's called Seta Suri. I've shown it to you in the last episode or video right after buying it at my local yarn shop, and it's it really works out lovely. It's not so that you get big lumps of fluffy bits and then nothing, so it's really working up evenly which I appreciate very much. The bag here, by the way, let me take this all out so that you can see how it looks like inside. It's like a fabric outside which you can wash. It's like a canvas. And the inside it says, "I knit so I don't kill people." Yeah, there's some truth in it, isn't it? It has a little bit of attached ring here. I don't know what it's actually for. You probably could attach your what's it called? Your stitch markers on it. That's an idea. And it has a handle, so I actually quite love that bag. I could close it up until here and then I just use it as a knit bag, I think. So a very nice, lovely bag. Which I wanted to show you in the incoming section. But now you've seen it already. I think this time it won't be so clearly chaptered because the next project I wanted to show you and my last work in progress I'm working on is connected to incoming as well. So let me get back to the project after I've shown you the other incoming things. First of all, I've got a lovely card and stickers from Trina. Thank you, Trina. I think it's adorable. And the artist who made this card, she also made the stickers and it's so cute. It's of a girl holding in her arms a little lamb. And yeah, she writes, "Saw the stickers of a lady and lamb and thought of you." So thank you very much. I feel very happy and also lucky to have such nice friends. And more incoming. It's in this box here. Rummaging. You can't see a thing, can you? This is from a shop called Candela Fabrics, African Fabrics and More. And it's actually a shop in Münster, which is in Germany. They're selling African waxed fabrics and I bought a couple because I love the vibrant colors and I want to have eccentric knitting and crochet bags. The first one is actually coated. It feels like you get these plastic tablecloths. It feels very much like that. This is how it looks like. I know, very eccentric. I could make like a toiletry bag. It's actually I bought a leftover piece of this one. So that's all quite a lot. Now, put on your sunglasses. This is the next one. It's lovely blue and green and yeah, very happy fabric, happy vibes. And then I've got this one here. It actually says here, veritable wax hollandaise, Vlisco. Well, so this is how it looks like. It's pink with lime green. And saying this and showing you, I think this reminds me very much of Kate from the Last Homely House, because those are her favorite colors, I believe. Lime green, like her virtual sofa, and pink. So this will be a project bag. Talking about this, remember that there's going to be a dodgy bag mail again this year. This is run by Crochet Luna and Starry Eyes Ellie, or Little Drops of Wonderful podcast. So Claudia and Ellie are running the dodgy bag mail again this year. Maybe I will participate in this outrageous color. The next one and the last fabric is my favorite. It's the same company like the previous one, and this is how it looks like. It's a cream with dark blue blackish design, circles, and yellow pink, as you can see. I love it. I can see this turn into something beautiful, like maybe a I have so many circular needles now that I have like a, not a bag, but like a roll. You roll it up and then you have all your needles sorted in there. I need a second one by now because I've got so many circular needles. Next in incoming is a book. It's the one I was waiting for by Sandra Gutierrez, who is Nomad Stitches. It's her new book, Colorful Crochet Knitwear. And none of these designs in here are actually for knitters. It's, well, unless you want to start learning to crochet. Or you can already crochet. These are all crochet designs. So don't get confused by the title. It is crochet. And this one here is my favorite from all the designs in here, and it's my number one on the list to make from this book. Let me just show you a couple of designs without showing you too much, kind of thing. There's a shawl in there which I would like to make, but I really like this one here. That's a cardi with striped sleeves, and well, I really like all the designs. I might choose different colors, but I think they all look lovely, and we know that Sandra is a perfect designer. She is so meticulous in her designs. Yeah, I also like the Fernweh tank top. Fernweh is actually a German word. This is mosaic crochet, I would think. Fernweh is the opposite of being homesick. It's, I don't know if there's an English word for it. It means that you are sick because you can't travel. So this is very fitting for these days. Yeah. It actually, she says here, refers to an ache for distant places, a homesickness for traveling. Exactly. Aren't we all homesick for other places than home? I also love the Hygge jacket, which is a mix of crochet techniques. And I would just like to make this longer than my midriff, because my midriff doesn't need extra attention. I would rather like to cover it. And the model here is, there aren't any buttons or anything to put the cardi together. And the model here has a wooden needle to connect the front. But I already have a wooden needle, which was a present from Faye, from a Crochet Circle podcast. And she made it and gave it to me for shawls, but I think this would go very well with this cardi. yeah. And of course my favorite, which is called the Ailjak pullover, which is a Bulgarian word for the art of doing everything slowly with no rush. Close to the expression Hakuna Matata. So this is really a beauty. Much similar to the Taroko, which is still to this day one of my favorite sweaters ever. Yeah, there are so many more sweaters and accessories like gloves and shawls. So I can recommend this book very much. And the beauty about this book is, most of all, that all the techniques are very well explained. It's a higher level of crochet. It's not just your basics. You get brilliant explanations for everything in here. You really get the feeling that this was written by someone who knows what she's doing. So this is one of the publications which I received, but the big thing arrived. Oh, and it's bookmarked already. It's, of course, the Murid magazine. Yes, it has arrived. And this is, I actually, no, how do I say it? This is the one which I ordered and paid for. And then Alison, who is the publisher of Murid magazine, she sent a complimentary one also back to me. It's still on its way, and it's together with two designs which I crocheted for this magazine. And you know my designs, they are back on its way. I actually asked Alison if she would like to keep at least one of them, the top, but I think she forgot. But anyhow, let me show you the front without the pattern. So, come on, Claudia. This is the first design. It's Claggan. It's a shawl or a cowl. And I've seen Martha Mitchell, who also has a podcast, by the way. I just started watching her podcast, so go and watch her. She's UK based, and I just love her style, and she's so calm, and she's a designer as well. And yeah, she just started making a Claggan cowl, and I hope that she will love the making. By the way, if any of you are making one or both of my designs and you've got a question, just send me a message. I will try my best to help you if there's anything which needs clarification, or if your gauge is different from mine. I want you to have a best experience with patterns. I mean, the pattern itself was tech edited, and there shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. I mean, my gauge is quite loose, so you might, if you can't meet the gauge in the pattern, then you might want to change to a bigger hook size. I don't know. Maybe you don't know where to find the third back loop, or maybe, I don't know. Whatever, just ask me if there is something which needs clarification, okay? And yeah, I hope you will make it too. Martha has chosen to make the Claggan shawl or cowl in the turquoise color, and I really love this color. Yeah, and I can't wait to see it finished. My other design in this publication is the Windrose top. There there you go. And it's rather a classic from the construction. You make squares which you join. You make squares which you join as you go. And yes, I would just say, please stick with the yarn weight recommendation, because if you don't use cotton yarn in DK weight, then you might end up with a different looking top. You might need to make more squares to meet your size and all these things. So again, if there are any questions, just let me know. And I think the model here is really not showing how fresh it was in November when we took the photos. Thank you for going through this, and I mean, this is a gorgeous publication. And I've seen someone who started making this top on Ravelry. I popped in on Ravelry and, oh, by the way, I can't stay much on Ravelry because it still gives me like a reaction in the way of migraines or pains in the eye. And if you want to write to me, then your best choice would be on Instagram. And there you can find me as Sunbirdcrochet. You can also ask me here if you want to. Yes, but obviously there are in total 12 designs in this book. And I must say I love them all. And this brings me to my last work in progress, because I've started making the itoll, and I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but I've started making a version of this one here. The designer is Ines Rogers. She lives in Ireland or Northern Ireland, I'm not sure now, but yes, I just love the look. I didn't use the same wool though. What I'm using is the gray with which I started to design something for Murid number 4, in which I then had to rip back, but I've got 6 yarn balls of this, and it's merino extra fine silk by Katja. The color is 173. It's a light gray, very light gray, and it's not plied. It's like in German it's Dochtgarn, like one single strand. If I hold it close, you might see what I mean. So I've started, and I've already split for the sleeves last night, and today I've worked on it again, and this is my progress so far. I think this is a very quick make. I've also already added the line on the top, which pulls the neckline together, and it fits me very well. I've took a little video of me wearing it or trying it on right after splitting for the sleeves, and I already uploaded it on Instagram, and I will insert it here as well. So sorry for the boobage, but yeah, I think it's a great fit. It's a raglan style jumper, and this is not the only project I will make out of Murid issue 2, because, as I mentioned before, I had to order some new crochet hooks, and I did that at wollplatz.de, which is my, well, I get the best deals on that online shop, and it's they had drops on special, and drops silk is very similar to the wool which I used for the Cleggan cowl. In fact, when I handed in the design, I actually made the Cleggan in a light rose color using drops silk, and they had it on special, so I ordered it, but not in rose color. No, I ordered it in a teal color, and my idea is that I will make with that. Let me show you which one I intend to make with that yarn. It's, where is it? Show yourself. This one. I want to make this sweater in teal color. And then I've also ordered some blue blackish Stylecraft Special Life in DK. It's not the recommended yarn weight for what I want to make with it, but I think I will just make a smaller size so that it fits me. And what I want to make is the Coventina cardi in a dark color. I might make the sleeves a little shorter, I'm not sure yet, and instead I might make the body a bit longer, but one thing after another. This pattern is by Michelle White. I love her patterns. This is so beautiful, such a beautiful design. So yes, Murit magazine issue 2. So much in it, so worth your money. If you haven't ordered your copy yet, please do support this publication. It's really great. And I can't wait for the next issues, really. I've handed in my submission for issue 4, just one, and I don't want to jinx it. I don't think it will be taken or chosen, but you have to try. And I'm just excited about the publication itself. It doesn't need to be with my designs, but it definitely is exciting. So in here there are 2 of my designs, and I would have liked to show you the original samples, but those are still with UPS as well, together with my complimentary copy of Murit. And what I intend to do is to this is my working sample, and the complimentary one, I'm not going to frame it, but I will probably put it in a plastic bag and keep it pristine as much as I can. I don't have children, but whoever will inherit my stuff needs to see that my life wasn't in vain. No. You know what I'm thinking about right now? I've watched Lee Mack, who is living in Australia, and she was talking about, she made these lovely amigurumi teddy bears in crochet, and she donated them to her local hospital or clinic to help the children which are traumatized by the experience there. And those bears are wearing doctor's outfit, like a face mask and so on. So she was talking about an autistic child who had a fit, and when she was given one of the teddy bears, she immediately calmed down. And so what she was essentially doing with her crochet teddy bears is to help people and to change a life. And I think that kind of made me think that if you put something out in the world, you don't necessarily see the good which you are creating. You don't always get the feedback, but you're still doing good. And yes, we all have a purpose, and we are all worthy being here in the world. And I don't know, I have these thoughts. Anyhow, Lee Mack is a lovely person. So she has a podcast. She's showing a lot of her crochet, and also she talks about the books she's reading. She's very much into movies, like the old Hollywood classics. And go and have a look at her podcast. I will link it down below. Talking of which, my notes. I've also been watching, as I said, the Martha Mitchell podcast. I will link it down below as well. And I've been watching the Bothro. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly. It's Afrikaans for a farmer's wife. And she's living in South Africa, and she is a crochet and knit enthusiast, and she's living on a farm with her family. And I just enjoy watching her as well. So I will link her podcast down below as well. I came across her via Made by Yaline podcast, the Lekker podcast. I recommended that one before, and I will recommend it now again. All the lovely ladies. Yes, that's it for today. Except one thing. Fluff. Except for one thing. There is the Summer of Romance Cal again this year. It's run by Claudia, who is Crochet Luna, and Clarissabeth, who is Crochet Cakes. And they just had their first chat about it. The video is uploaded on Claudia's Crochet Luna's podcast on YouTube. And they're talking about the theme. Each year they have a different theme. There was paranormal couples and bad guy, bad girl couples. And this year it's historical couples. So if you are into historical couples, like I think they kind of were in the Bridget mood, and yes, so this year's theme is historical couples. And I've already begun thinking about what I would like to choose and which project would fit. There will be another episode of the two talking about this crochet along. You can also knit along, by the way. So there will be a second episode where they will reveal their couples, which couples they chose and which project. And this will be airing on Crochet Cake's channel on YouTube, which I will link down below as well. I will link all the ladies down below. So I was thinking, I've had so many Bridgerton inspired and Regency inspired projects lately. Maybe I will surprise you all by choosing a completely different couple from history, like real couple. Maybe Bonnie and Clyde. Or maybe someone who wasn't a criminal. Someone who left an impressive legacy, like Cleopatra, or I don't know, Catherine the Great. There's so many options. Basically, since I watched that first episode where they talked about their Summer of Romance Cal, I have a different couple on my mind every hour. So maybe just watch that episode and think about it. Maybe you want to join as well. As I said, it's crochet, but also knitting is allowed. So we are craft inclusive. Yes, and that's really everything for now. I I taped for over 40 minutes. I will cut this, I will edit it, I will upload it, and I think the showing of Murid samples and some other incoming things which I ordered, that will have to wait until next episode. So enjoy your week, have a lovely day, and most of all, keep healthy. I will talk to you soon again. Bye!